Hello and welcome to RTD's English News Edition. Tonight's stories are: the head of state wishes a Happy New Year to the people of Djibouti. Festive atmosphere celebrated for the New Year 2018. The head of state, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, has yesterday wished a Happy New Year to all the Djiboutians and foreigners living among us. Let's listen to him.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Mes chers compatriotes, l'année 2017 touche à sa fin. L'occasion pour moi de vous souhaiter une entrée dans la nouvelle année 2018 avec optimisme.
My fellow countrymen, the year 2017 is coming to an end. This is the opportunity for me to wish you a Happy New Year 2018 with optimism. May the year 2018 be for you all and all of us a year of peace, happiness and prosperity. As the year 2017 is over, I cannot help but think of some of our fellow countrymen for whom the past 12 months have not been easy, especially our brothers and sisters weakened by the disease, to those bereaved by the loss of a loved one, to those who are weakened by the precarious conditions. I also think with great affection to our soldiers, especially the Hill Battalion, who risk their lives every day in Somalia. To all of you, dear brothers and sisters, I hope this new year will bring you the best. My fellow countrymen, the year 2017 brought from around the world its share of wars, its quotas of terror, injustice and barbarism. By saying this, I think of the war in Yemen. I'm also thinking of these terrorist acts that want to inspire Somalia in chaos. But I also think of those refugees who are fleeing the misery, who risk their lives in order to be anywhere else in the world. We hope that the new year will open on peace, dialogue and solidarity will prevail over violence, intolerance and miseries of all kinds. For our country, 2017 coincided with the 40th anniversary of our national independence. It was a year of communion and patriotic fervor around our values, our identity, and our national sovereignty. But 2017 was also a year where we continued on our path on reforms and investment with rigor, but also with determination. These reforms and investments are the essential conditions for our development and growth, which is close to 7%. My fellow countrymen, for 2018, we will remain in the continuity of our political roadmap that you acclaimed almost 2 years ago by renewing your confidence in me. The results are there. We see them through the international rating of doing business. We see it in the attractiveness of our country to investors. We see in the new opportunities available to our young people, especially in the regions. My fellow countrymen, I have repeatedly said that economic growth is only viable if it reflected in social development. That's why I always call for inclusive economic growth that positively impacts the lives of our fellow citizens in access to knowledge, to health and housing, as we did for education with the general state, as we have done it for health recently with the universal health insurance. We must also have an ambitious and generous policy. The access to housing become a reality for our fellow citizens in the wake of what we have achieved through social housing park or the foundation I have recently created for those in needs. I want the year 2018 to be decreed as the year of housing throughout our national territory, and I urge the government to increase the rate of the construction of social housing. My fellow countrymen, the year 2018 will also be the year of the legislative elections. You will be called to the polls to choose those who will represent you for the next 5 years at the National Assembly. This choice you will do it in your souls and conscience with all the lucidity and freedom as the rule of our democracy impose.
Bonne et heureuse année 2018. Vive la République de Djibouti. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
As well, the Ministry of Health wishes the President of the Republic, Ismail Mergele, the First Lady, Mrs. Qadr Mohammed Haid, and the people of Djibouti a Happy New Year 2018. May the birth of the year 2018 is dotted with a sparkle of joy, petals of pleasure, and that all your dreams and hopes come true in independence. A new year for a new memorandum. And on the occasion as well of the New Year 2018, the Town Hall of Djibouti and all the staff of the municipality extend the best wishes of happiness, peace, and prosperity to the President of the Republic and to the First Lady and President of Unity, Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, and the people of Djibouti a happy holiday. The radio television of Djibouti has also organized a mega evening broadcast live to introduce its audience to the New Year 2018. The digital studio was crowded last night. The crowd came to attend the evening or the star show of the country, all languages together, accompanied by the group of musicians of the RTD who gave the maximum to succeed the evening. In addition to the popular and patriotic songs, interviews and sketches on social themes were presented during the animated evening by media presenters with theme Saada Ahmed and the poet Muhammad Umar. The musical atmosphere was sustained throughout the evening until midnight, when the President of the Republic presented his New Year's greetings to the public. He wished a Happy New Year to 2018 to the whole Djiboutian population in Djibouti, and a priority especially to the Djiboutian Armed Forces, namely the Hill Battalion deployed in Somalia. In his message, he asked his fellow citizens to prepare for the next elections. Young artists have performed on stage at the 2018 Annex, hoping that it will be a year full of happiness and progress for the country. The Republic of Djibouti has switched to the New Year 2018 with a lot of celebrations throughout of people, including young people, filled the various arteries of the capital to celebrate the arrival of 2018. Kempinski's tradition of fireworks illuminated the skies at the last minute of the midnight, thus bringing 2017 and giving way to the preludes of this New Year 2018. In a festive atmosphere, various concerts were held in the capital, specifically the Corniche and other places that marked the end of 2017. Also, in the context of the festivities of the New Year, strict security measures were put in place in many places of the capital to ensure well-being of the population, and no incident has been reported. As well, the Hayablé RPP Annex organized a ceremony on the occasion of the New Year 2018. This ceremony, which saw the participation of Hayablé Nouwesama Mirais, called it through fraternity and unity in the face of diverse and twisted spirits. A New Year dedicated to peace and national unity. It is under this slogan that was celebrated last night in Hayablé in the transition to the year 2018. Young men and young women and all the residents of Hayablé and all participated in this evening. In an intervention, Deputy Noor Warsame Mirrah recalled the great projects launched by President Ismail Mergele and the great opportunities that are looming on the horizon for youth. He thanked the residents for having participated massively in this New Year's Eve. The significant increase in theft of motorcycles seen all over the city during these last months certainly caught our attention. The majority of reported theft cases involves a single Chinese brand, Xinjiang motorcycle brand. The police, in particular the Special Affairs Unit, supported by the civilian elements of the Highway Brigade, rigorously conducted research and investigations operations to challenge the perpetrators of these criminal acts. An individual named Eid Abdul Mohammed was arrested in flagrant of theft of a Xinjiang motorcycle in front of the French school Dolto. The investigations identified the so-called Eid as the main perpetrator of the robbery. An accomplice was also arrested, and he is Abdul Fattah Muhammad Jibril. They were all admitted to the prosecutor's office today to answer for their actions. A special event dedicated to the 5th anniversary of the launch of the program for people with special needs was held at the new Turkish restaurant in Djibouti located in front of the Riyadh. This event was the participation of the presenter of the program, Abdul Razak Ibrahim, and heads of 8 associations of handicapped people in Djibouti, such as the Association for the Blind, the Association Live Stronger, and others. It should be noted that the Special Needs Program is interested in discussing the situation of this segment and the efforts of the government and civil society to improve the economic and living conditions for people with disabilities, who appreciate it. Thousands and the presenters of the program, Abdulrazak Ibrahim, addresses his wishes on the occasion of the New Year 2018 to the President of the Republic and his government and the people of Djibouti, wishing that this year will be full of new pleasures and achievements. And on the news outside our borders, North Korea's nuclear ballistic missile programs dominated Asia-Pacific's geopolitical landscape in 2017 and will loom large throughout the year ahead. Pyongyang is enjoying better returns on each test, with the rest of the world seemingly helpless to resist its self-sponsored application to join the global nuclear club. Its most recent launch involved a powerful intercontinental ballistic missile that in theory puts all the America's major cities within range, evidence that the regime is mastering the technology needed to guide the missile back into Earth's atmosphere could emerge in the first few months of 2018. It's unclear how Donald Trump's administration intends to make good on its promises to deny Pyongyang the ability to strike the U.S. mainland in the 11 months since he took office. The president, as well as to execute a coherent plan to denuclearize the Korean peninsula, and some analysts believe he should now accept that Pyongyang's nuclear genie is out of the bottle. And here we close our news. This is it for this evening news. Thank you for your attention and wish you Happy New Year.